the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Hi, race fans. Welcome. We're at the state here of Florida, Miami Speedway, getting set for some Doug Designs Extreme Motorsports 99.com Truck Series here live. And we're about to ready to light this place up here tonight as we got some trucks on the field getting set to take it here as qualifying is winding down. As always, Joe White up here, and I'm accompanied by the legendary man himself, Tim McBriar. Tim, how you doing?
Doing great, Joe. How are you?
Man, I'm doing outstanding, and I'll tell you what, tonight it is going to be interesting because it's Homestead, and these guys are about to, well, they're about to put on a pretty good show, I feel. It's 1.5 mile slick. It's out here in the, what do they call this, the Orange State, right?
This is potato patch right here. That's where the potato patch used to be.
Well, we don't know nothing about that, but we know it's in the Orange State. How's that?
Yeah.
So, all right. Getting poke after poke. I can try and see if it shows up, Bryce. We'll see if it shows up, man. Can't guarantee it. So, we'll see what happens. How's that? All right. Well, I'll tell you what. 1.5 mile. This is where NASCAR ends their season year after year, and they crown champions. We're not crowning a champ tonight, but we got some champs here on the field. Pretty good looking set of trucks out here.
Well, they are pretty good looking trucks there. We're getting about a minute and 10 seconds from gridding up there. Everybody buckle down. Pull them belts tight if you got one in your chair. So let's look and see what's fixing to happen here.
And if you do, send us a picture because we'd like to know why you got that seatbelt in the chair. And I mean, maybe you got one that's got wheels on it too. They got those out there. But Dwayne Dunn, the man on top pole here tonight, he's going to look to try to capitalize on that. We're just going to see what they can get done around here. Very hot, slick style track here tonight. Just real quick race info here for the Doug Designs Truck Series. Got a 1.5 mile, 79 degrees out there, but a 93 track temp. That's going to go up and down as the race goes on, but 93 degrees out there. Now, in contrast, yes, that's good. Obviously we know hot means slick. Usually cold means grip. Usually, yes. After a while, though, as the tires do heat up, Tim, that hot weather can make these trucks actually tight.
That's right. Hello, Alan.
All right, let's get these guys gridded up here tonight and get this thing set and going as we're about to go racing here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Dwayne Dunn puts it out front on pole. David Weishart's going to start in second. Third place starter, Timothy Hammer. Had a good finish last week. Andrew Schultz right there sitting in fourth. Fifth place starter, Zachary White. Garrett Grant sitting in sixth. Seventh place man, Cody McFadden. Chris Seidenfaden. And I know I messed it up, but we got some of it right. Starting in eighth. Ninth place starter, Adam Eisenhower. Andrew Mraz rounds out the top 10 as we look through this all-star studded field here in the Doug Designs Extreme Motorsports 99.com Truck Series. Should be a very good one here tonight. I mean, Tim, what do you have to do? Patience or what do you think to make it to the end of this one?
I tell you what, Joe, Miami's a good track, but you got to have patience too because it's wide, but it gets narrow. I'm gonna tell you, they're just gonna have to really have patience on this hot track, because if you don't, they're gonna get out of control.
I think until the tires get kind of warmed up a little bit, get some little bit of wear on them, they're definitely going to have to be patient, like what you just said, because it's going to be awful slick there at the start. And you know, with this many drivers close to each other, chaos can pursue sometimes, and just racing a lot of times. So here we go. Get this thing get going here tonight.
That's right.
All right. Waiting on the pace car here to pull them off of pit road. Tell you what, Tim, I watched the mini races here at Homestead. They can get spread out pretty good, you know, but again, with these trucks, the high line is where it's at, where I mostly have seen it at here on this track. Usually these trucks will start to travel up the track as the race goes on.
It will, Joe, and up there on that high line up against the wall where you get all your running speed. I watched it with NASCAR, and it runs the same way as NASCAR does.
Absolutely. Well, here we go. Pace car's pulling them off. Big, huge field here tonight. It's going to be a good one here for the Doug Designs Extreme Motorsports 99.com Truck Series here. Everybody's filing in. Good one going on. Where did Mike? Waits is in 23rd. Jerry Glenn, 18th. There you go. Here we go.
Yeah. Yep. Hello, Edward, Dalton. How y'all doing?
Get this thing gridded up here and goes. Pace car comes out of turn 4. Drop off on pit road. We are going green flag racing here tonight. Homestead, Miami. We're dropping it right here as these guys storm off into turn number 1.
Got a pretty good start, didn't he?
Everybody got a great start on this one here as they head off into turn 1. Dwayne Dunn says, I'm going to try to get out of trouble the best I possibly can right now as he is scooting up behind him. Andrew Schultz right there. He's got his hands full, though, with Garrett Grant.
Yes, he is.
Good runs right now as they're side by side. You can do that early on here, though.
David Weishart, he had it up until the last minute a while ago.
Absolutely.
Dwayne Dunn come in there and topped him.
Yeah, right now you've actually got up top the number 8 machine right there who is trying to see if he can't get the high line to work.
Already, yeah. That high line will come in, Joe. They're up the middle of the track now, and that high line will come in quicker at this track than it does anywhere else.
Yeah, you just got to be patient, you know, kind of, work what you can right now. Andrew's looking pretty good in the 3rd place. Timothy Hammer's trying to work over the 44 Garrett right there. They'll go neck and neck as Dwayne Dunn still leads this one. Everybody's, we were talking about it there, Tim. Everybody already traveling up towards the high side here because the high side of this track's king.
Oh, it's the best place to be on the high side.
Oh, yeah.
And the track being hot, it's gonna make it slick down low, and your traction is up top.
Absolutely. As right now you're looking here, Zachary White right now, he's sitting in the 6th place spot. He's trying to go up underneath. Actually, he's got the number 1. He's actually got Cody McFadden up underneath him. They're going to duke it out there door to door. Right now is the time to try to make a little bit of moves here to see what you can get, see what your truck's capable of doing.
Yeah, he's up under Zachary. He got him by the nose.
See what, way up against the wall right there. Wow. Good run so far. The 55 there, Chris. He's back at 8. GT Hawkins trying to move up. Everybody's kind of just working to see what they got. You got multiple grooves right now, but as this thing goes on, those multiple grooves will go away and everybody will start kind of, you know, trying to get as high as they possibly can on the track.
GT Hawkins is up under that 55 of Chris Sedenfaden, and look like he's gonna stay there for a few minutes.
See if you can't maybe make that pass on him as Chris makes the move, gets up in the 8th. GT now has to worry about Andrew Mraz right there in the 31, who was up high. And you've got Curtis Vollmer back there behind them. Curtis one of them who's going to try to see if he can't, you know, muscle his way to the front, you know, maybe later on or so forth.
Yeah, see which one's gonna make it 3 wide, Joe.
3 wide don't work too much here at this track. That's kind of dangerous move to do.
Yeah, but they will. You watch them.
A little early for that team.
Yep.
Maybe the last 5-10 laps, yeah, we might see something, but it's 7 laps into the race. You go 3 wide here, you overdriving.
Oh yeah.
You definitely don't want to do it. I mean, right now you just want to try to see maybe if you can pick a couple positions off. Maybe just sit and actually ride right there. GT still hanging on to the 9th place spot, but he's in a good battle. And then you just see the truck up high. Curtis Vollmer has to make an evasive move because, man, the truck right there, I think Andrew Mraz got loose coming out of the turn, and that's going to be the norm here tonight that we're going to see. Trucks are going to get loose coming out of the turn.
Yes, they are.
Wow. Right
Curtis
there,
didn't have nowhere to go.
A little bit of contact between them two. As still Dwayne Dunn runs this one. Actually, Cody McFadden got his hands full with Timothy Hammer. And Timothy, last week, he was like, I don't know about this racing here. I don't know if it's going to be a good race or a bad race for me. Tonight, he's looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's doing all right there. Got a new leader, David Wisehart.
Took the lead away. Now, this is a guy that we have seen dominate. He dominated the other week. Did not win it, though, because he got caught up into the wall just a little bit. Hurt the truck. So he's a guy that we know week in and week out is fast, who can get up there and run. But can he maintain? Can he hold on and put the whole package together?
He's been able to do it before, but like I said, sometimes he don't get it done.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's sometimes not the fastest truck or anything like that. You've got to put the whole deal together. Still looking at his battle here, Timothy Hammer. Timothy's in a mix here with Cody McFadden. Dwayne Dunn. Now, Dwayne Dunn's actually fallen off the pace quite a bit. He's back to 4th already.
Wow.
Oh.
Started the race and back to 4th.
Yeah, so our pole center already back to 4th already. And that's just probably tires there, Tim. Tires will wear out at this place. You've got to be very, very careful with them.
Especially as hot as it is, Joe.
Yeah. Let's see what that temperature is now. Wow, look at this, Tim. It was 93 before the start. It's 101 track temp now.
That's what I was thinking, about 101.
It raised up a little bit, so got to watch it. Oh, the 32's going for a ride. John Gonzalez into the wall. Came out of turn 4, lost it, and he's able to stay straight. That's the reason why no caution. But let's go back and watch, because this is going to be typical. Pretty much everybody out of turn 4. That thing just kept coming on around. It just didn't want to stop turning. He went through there, Made a beautiful, man, figure eight into the grass right there for landscaping. Looped it around and kept going.
He sure did. He lost a lot of time, though.
Yeah, put him all the way back to 32nd position right there. We got 32 cars out here tonight, 32 trucks that is, out here tonight. Good battle still here. That's actually going to be GT Hawkins there and Timothy Hammer. Got Zachary White behind them, man, in tow.
I'm telling you, Chris Sadenfaden is up there leading it with them.
Up there in 6th place right now.
Pretty good race going on right here.
We got some awesome races. Look at this Packard dueling back here with Tyler Hallman. You've got Michael Thwaites, Ralph Van Divorce and all. And you said 3 wide. Well, they're going to try it for the moment. But like I said, not going to work. That's 61. He said, look, y'all going to have that.
He didn't want no part of that, did he?
No, there's just no way in the world it's going to work here. That's just bad times waiting to happen.
Boy, it was. I seen him when he backed out of it. He was ready to go, though.
30, Casey Duncan did the same thing. Oh, if he can't get that thing turned. Oh, he couldn't get it turned. Couldn't get it off the racetrack in time. He brought the caution out. Casey Duncan, the same thing out of turn 4. Truck just came out from under him. Boom, slams the wall. Wow.
I tell you, this track is real slick right now, Joe. I mean, bad slick.
Turn 4 going to eat them up.
Yes, it will. Yep, we got 16 laps on the tire. We got everybody to come in and get them some new tires and fuel.
Oh yeah, with the way the slick as this track is, you definitely don't want a chance being out there without any tires or anything like that. You want to get in here, get your 4 tires and fuel, and get going.
But if you could get some mud grips, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, if you could get something, maybe they got some of that. They got some like extra sticky tires. That would be awesome. What I'd say.
Oh boy, as hot as it is, whoo! I can imagine how hot it is in them trucks.
Pretty warm out there. One unique thing about this track too is pit road entrance has a kind of a pit road runoff or pit road entrance before the turn, and you have to take that. You cannot miss it. If you miss it, you actually will get a black flag.
If you come in, you will, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of different.
Boy, it's gonna mix things up right here, Joe.
Now, David Weishart, he's going to be the man got the first part right there. Let's see. David's going to come out on pits. The 8 tried to get him out, and I think Andrew, nope, I thought he beat him. I'm going to tell you what, old Josh Gillen, that guy week in and week out, he trying something sneaky every week.
Yeah, he does. It's going to work for him one of these days.
It is. It's going to pay off. But I'm going to tell you the reason why he's doing this. I found out why. His team has a deal with his sponsor, TMP Knives Company, that if one of them wins, they get like a free knife, special type knife from the TMP Knives Company. So he's trying to win in that team. So I don't blame him for, hey, you got to try something.
Yeah, well. He got 2 laps on it. Well,
Well, send some of that snow down my way, man. My thing is, a lot of people always whining and complaining about being cold. It's winter time. Winter time's supposed to be cold. Springtime's supposed to be warm. Summer just supposed to be hot. Fall's supposed to be cool. And then winter's supposed to be cold. Cold. But I never understood the whining about winter. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I ain't get it. I don't get it. I mean, they're always like, well, look, hey, I want snow. I want a foot on the ground.
You want to get cold, go up north.
But I want a foot on the ground here where I'm at.
Ha
What I want. A foot ground. If it wasn't for all these global warming, I'd get my foot of snow.
Global warming.
Hey, that's what they call it.
That man only did that for himself.
Do what now?
He only did that for himself.
What are you talking about?
Talking about, what's his name in Congress?
Global warming is global warming, Tim. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a scientific thing. It has nothing to do with Congress. I worry about you sometimes, what you're smoking in some of those cigars.
Our vice president was saying global warming.
Yeah, well,
What was his name?
Scientists have been yelling about that stuff for decades, too. So I don't get it. Again, I worry about what you smoking in some of them cigars.
Ha ha ha!
I'm just saying, man.
I can't say his name.
Yeah,
I don't. John Kerry.
Now that
John Kerry started all that
no,
stuff
he did
without.
not. The scientists did a long time ago. You need to read a history book or something. I thought you were old, like Moses.
I
They
told
knew
you John
everything.
Kerry got it started.
He did not get it
besides
started.
that,
Didn't get it.
you look in the book.
I will look in the books. I tell you
John
what.
Kerry started it
Folks,
with
before we go back green flag, before I have to cut Tim's mic off, before we go back green flag, again, I'm going to have to prove Tim wrong again. As we're getting set to go back green flag, racing pace cars in. We're going back green at Homestead. We got a race to do. Never mentioned snow. Okay. I know. Get triggered. I can't help it. We had one good snow. Tim don't get snow where he's at. You get snow where you're at, Tim?
I get sleep.
Yeah, that's about what we get. Well, I'll tell you what, David Weishart, though, he's slick. He got out front. Garrett Grant right there in second. Andrew Schultz sitting in third. Everybody's single file. You actually got to go back here to Adam Eisenhower. Look at this mess that they got going side by side.
Like Adam took that place away.
He did, up underneath Bobby Tench right there. GT Hawkins right in front of him. He's trying to hang on to it. Tyler Hallman in the mix. We know Tyler, man, that's a good racer in himself.
Yeah, he got Bobby Tench and Jeff Martin coming up on him.
Yeah, Jeff Martin looking good. Mike with the weights. Now we got some takers out there, man, pulling for him. Mike with the weights looking pretty good up there in the 15th. Ralph Van Der Vorst in 16th. Jeremy Rigney, 17th. I mean, there's just so many good guys out here.
There's some good ones in the back there too there, Joe.
That's what I'm looking back here with Jerry Glenn and them. They're in a duel.
Good evening, Thomas.
We got Chris right there. Randy. Got Scott looking good. But look at this, man. They're mixing it up back here about 25th, 26th place.
Boy, I'm telling you.
Good run so far. 97 machine there. Jerry Glenn, he's watching in front. Now there's that 32 John Gonzalez. Remember, he spun earlier on. It really hurt the truck that bad, so he's been able to move it up pretty good.
Yeah, Jerry Glenn right there in 26th place. Jerry generally runs up front.
Absolutely does. 94 machine, like I said, Scott Brooks right there in the mix. As now they're going to take it, man, two wide there. I'll tell you what, the 32 John Gonzalez, he's already lost it once in the turns. I don't know if he wants to try it again.
It's 3 wide right there.
Yeah, I think that 94, he's going to think further up and say, I'm going to get out of here. That's bad. Whew.
That was close.
Yeah, I know. A little early to be doing all that. We're at lap 24, 135 here tonight at Homestead, folks. For the Doug Designs Extreme Motorsports 99.com Truck Series. That's been a pretty good race so far. We only had one caution.
That's right. Randy Bledsoe driving my truck, John. Look, Joe, look at there. Mac tonight.
Which one did you say?
81.
81. Check him out.
McDonald's, Mac tonight.
Oh, yeah, Mac tonight. Yeah, Randy. Yeah, that's who he was on, actually, just looking at him right there. Yeah, and then they had the Hardee's car go by a minute ago.
Yeah.
Tell you what, they got the Cheeseburger Brigade.
Yeah. I got the Mac tonight car.
Okay, there you go. There's a throwback to old Kel Yarborough right there in the 28 there, Chris Vols. That's the Hardee's machine.
That's right.
Good looking machine right there. Good battle in front of them though with Zachary White, Ralph Vandervoorst. You got in front of there Jeff T. Martin up there, Dalton Cowden. You got a lot of great trucks right there. They're just side by side.
Yeah.
Most of the racing's going on back here in the back, about the 15th on back spot. Everybody's single file except for David. He's checking out. He's going to his own zip code. He is. He's got an 8/10 lead over Garrett Grant right now. But I'm still watching this back here with Zachary White. Right in front of him, Jeff T. Martin and Jeremy Wrigley will go side by side.
They back here in 16th and 17th.
Tyler Holman's around.
Whoa, wreck on track.
Yep, Tyler Holman around.
10, 14.
Yeah, it started up here with the 21. Let's go back and watch on the replay. Show you what happened there. He had a little bit of help. Actually, no, he was losing to come out of 4, and then the other truck got up into him. And then just chaos from there. Nowhere to go. He came across the track. The 16 of GT Hawkins was involved. The 94 was involved, unfortunately. Go back and watch it one more time. Yeah, he was losing it out of 4, which we've seen it all night long. And pretty much just came down when he did. The other truck was there. Nothing he could do. They know in the GT, nowhere to go. Destroyed.
Oh, he is destroyed, ain't he?
I'll tell you what, that turn 4 is proven to be a nightmare here tonight.
Yes, it is.
I wouldn't have thought turn 4 would have been that bad. Now, you know, and here's the thing, though. We've seen that a couple times already here tonight. So, you know, you got to make a mental note of this. You've got to sit here and go, okay, guys are having a hard time. It's slick coming out of turn 4 after a while. Seems to be about 10 to 12 laps in. Maybe now is the time to where, one, you either back turn 3 up just a little bit. Obviously, they're having problems coming out of turn 4. Or you're going to have to wait longer to get into the throttle coming out of turn 4, or be a little bit more easier.
It will.
Yeah.
Let it roll out before you get in it.
Yeah, you're going to have to. I mean, that thing's just going to keep coming around like it always has been all night long. Well, let's see what David Weishart does here as he scoots it on into pit lane. He's going to get 4 tires and fuel. Must have been a hole on the track. I hear you. Well, it looked like it. I mean, here's the thing. Track slick. Track is that. We seen that in practice, too. Me and Tim was watching practice as David's going to win the battle off pit road. We seen it in practice also. Turn 4, very slick. A lot of guys were having trouble in practice here. So, I mean, it's actually, man, just, it's biting them in the race.
It is, Joe. And it'll keep on doing it till they back it up a little bit.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Joshua Gillen. Come out.
He's trying.
Second.
He's trying it. Yeah, and because Andrew Schultz didn't pit, he stayed out. He was going to come in with everybody. Now I don't know what kind of move that would be. Maybe he's thinking that there's going to be another caution. The problem is, I think tires are keen. Now he's coming in. I don't think there is no bonus point for leading a lap.
I don't think they are.
I don't know why the 8 would not have come in with the field. He was actually up there with those guys in the top 5. Now he's going to be marred back in traffic.
He sure is way back. Yeah. Good Lord.
I do want to appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. It's been a very interesting race here at Miami Speedway, the Doug Designs Extreme Motorsports 99.com here tonight, Truck Series. And our leader right now who has been out front, David Weishart. He's led quite a bit so far. He's led 26 laps of it. Garrett Grant. Our pole sitter, Dwayne Dunn, still sitting in fourth there. Chris is up to a third. Too bad.
No. Oh, John Martin, or Marine, I mean.
Often, now hold up. You got guys out there been driving and typing too. I ever heard of no texting and driving?
Jeff Martin and John Marine.
Yeah. I'm watching y'all out there. I'm just paying a lot of attention to the chat or the actual race here tonight and what's going on the track. All right, David Weishart right here. Man's doing pretty good. Garrett Grant sitting in second. Chris there in third. Dwayne Dunn the fourth. Andrew Mraz up the fifth. Cody McFadden the sixth. Timothy Hammer seventh. Randy Perdue up in eighth. Adam Eisenhower ninth. And Bobby Tinch hangs on to the top 10. So far, been an outstanding one. Getting set to go back green flag racing.
Getting ready to light them up again.
Yeah. Let these things off here and get going. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a very, very interesting race. As we still have got, well, we've got 26 machines on the lead lap. A couple of them lap down. A couple of them, one or two out of the race. Hello, Michelle. Been a long time. Haven't seen you around.
Hey, Michelle.
All right, let's get this thing going here tonight as we're getting set here to go green flag racing. David Weishart, Garrett Grant here. Chris, Dwayne Dunn. All right. Race car's coming out of turn 4. Getting set to go green flag racing here at Homestead. It's going to do that hard left turn off on pit road. Let the monster trucks go to work here tonight. As old David, he wastes no time bringing that thing to life, and he heads off into turn 1.
Boy, he did, and he got Chris Garrett there, though. He's going to pull up on him, though. He got a little bit too ahead of a start.
Yeah, but you got Chris right there behind him. The battle's on here is actually what was for the moment for 6th spot. Timothy Hammer was looking on Cody McFadden. Got to go a little further back here. Maybe the Bobby Tinch and them's actually battling out with the 12 machine there. Michael Thwaites.
Michael's trying to come to the front, but he can't get it past them.
No doubt. Battle up front for second place. Here comes Chris up underneath Garrett. He's going to see if he can't take that second place spot. As we got another machine right there. Andrew Mraz says he's going to try to take the inside.
Andrew's right there, but he's thought better of it.
He was right there. That truck pushed up just a little bit. We got one up in the wall just a little bit there. Little to 44. Just kind of pushed up some. That's what you got to be careful of. Remember, they're coming out of turn 4 here all night long. We've seen these trucks get loose as the tires wear out on these things. They also get tight too, Tim, down low.
Oh, yeah, they'll get tight as the race goes on. It'll get tighter.
Will right behind him. Well, they are in a fiery mess right here. Cody McFadden, Timothy Hammer, the 39 machines there with Dwayne Dunn. They were all side by side. Now they thought better. They got all kind of single file right now.
Then we got Adam Eisenhower right there with Timothy Hammer right there.
Yep, Adam Eisenhower, Sim Speed Shop that zone to trade a little paint. We're going to make that thing green on the side of blue there. But that's SimSpeedShop.com's own, and I tell you what, want to appreciate them guys coming on board for the 2019 season of Wreck.
Oh, boy.
Adam Eisenhower, we were riding along with him. He had nowhere to go when that one happened in front of him, but let's go back on the replay and see. It happened in front of him. Actually, we were riding here with Timothy Hammer. My bad. The 44, Garrett there. Timothy Hammer, nowhere to go. Adam made it through there, my bad on, but Timothy smashed the inside wall. Go back on another one here, another replay. Actually, it was Garrett Grant who actually started that one up front there.
Oh, yeah, he got into the 44. 5-6 truck.
Oh, man. And the 81 of Randy Bledsoe. Let's ride from his hood view, folks, because we ain't talking Big Mac, but boy, he got a big smack right here. Watch, bam, right there on the hood. I mean, that thing just knocked the front end of that truck out. Oh, Dwayne Dunn, the pole sitter, nowhere to go. Everybody's spinning here. Wow. I just, that closed up real quick.
David Wildheart stayed out, Joe. Him and Dwayne
been out there for 8 laps so far, so it might be okay. Maybe he's thinking there's going to be another caution.
Yeah. Joshua Gillen right there too. He's 6 laps in.
Oh. Well, David did stay out here, so we'll see what happens to him here. But man, a huge pile up right there. As trucks went scattering everywhere. We got some free parts on eBay after this one.
Boy, I'm telling you.
All right. Good race so far. Few cautions. I'll go ahead and say it. We're on a 1.5 mile track. Folks, we were supposed to be at Martinsville tonight. But, well, we're already 3 cautions and 38 laps.
Wonder what it would have been at Martinsville, Joe.
I don't know. I like short track racing, though.
I
Well,
like Martinsville.
Tomorrow. We'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be there in the big cars, cup cars.
On the monster machines. Right, the cup cars.
That's
there.
right.
Folks, we got a lot of racing here in OSR Network this week. So, if you're not tired of listening to myself, him up here, mostly myself, because I'm going to be here a lot. Tune in. We got racing every night this week, all the way until next Thursday.
Yes, we do.
Well, you don't. I do.
It did, Alan.
You off on Friday. I got a Daytona 500 full race, folks. I'm gonna be doing on Friday. Guys here at Apocalyptic Motorsports, Edward and all them are gonna be putting it on, so it'll be kind of cool. And then I'm gonna be next to the day. I'm gonna be driving in a Daytona 500 race, the SRA Daytona 500. And then right after that, I'm going to broadcast another race with a slide job. Love them guys, they slide jobs. And then we kick off, well, good thing is SRA doesn't kick off this Sunday, but we kick off Daytona with a backwards hat racing that Sunday. So obviously we've got Extreme tomorrow night, Cup Series. Then we've got Thursday night. You done? I'll let you get finished. Tomorrow night, then we got Cup Cars at Extreme. Then on Thursday, we got the Xfinity Series there on Thursday. So, hey, a lot of racing, man. From now until next Thursday here on the channel. We hope you appreciate it and tune in and watch. And I know the real Daytona's this Sunday. So obviously we don't have anything during that time. So you ain't got to worry about us doing anything during that. Race on Sunday actually isn't until 9:50 at night. So we're well safe until that.
A lot of racing.
You ain't lying. Well, that's how they actually make their league that way there, John. As we're getting set to go out, green flag racing, pace cars in, David Weishart. We're going to see if those older tires can match up to the newer ones. Now, Chris is out there on a little bit 3-lap older tires. Everybody is on newer tires. It'll be interesting to see if track position is more important than the tires here. And
got a good line.
Yeah, and 2, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, it is. And they coming up on him, too.
Adam Eisenhower right there, man, battling it out in the 5th place spot. So we're going to see here. Chris is pulling up on the back end of him. He's going to dive to the inside to try to take the lead away.
Shouldn't do too hard with them tires fresh.
David goes high, going to let him have that inside lane. The battle for the lead. You got a battle back here for 4th, 5th, and 6th. David's hanging on strong up high, though.
Where to be up there high?
So far, look good, but all for naught as Chris is going to take it to the point right there. And Andrew Mraz now is going to sneak on the inside. He'll go door to door with David. Look at David pull back up there, man, to him, and they're beating and banging there for second.
Andrew Mraz going to end up with a lead there.
If the 55 can hold where he's at, Andrew might try to take it to the point here. We'll just have to see. I mean, right now, the 55 there, Chris, has got the preferred line, the high line. As the run goes on, definitely that's where you want to be. Andrew, if he can get a slide up there in front, can't quite, he just can't get that grip coming off 4.
No, it slides up when he comes out of there.
Yep. What's going to happen, though, over time here, if they stay side by side like they are, those tires are going to kind of neutralize. And they're going to kind of just get to a point where that's all you got right now. The 8 of Andrew Schultz, he's moving in on David. You see Mraz is still trying the inside lane. I just think that it's not going to work for him. I feel like that high lane is where you need to be, especially right here off 4. You see him try to push up, but just can't get it done.
He's going to eat them tires up down there, Joe.
He's going to try to drive it in deep here in turn 1. He drives it in deep. Hopefully he'll get the run coming off the turn. Right now he does have it. And he can't get it again coming off 2. He could not get the slide up there in front. As you see that high lane coming out. Now he might have what he needs. He's got the advantage going in.
He cut it short.
But you're right. That will definitely tear the tires up. The more they would race like that side by side, those tire wear, it'll give out.
They'll begin to slow up there when they get a little more laps on them tires.
And look how high David is going. He is right up against the wall. Now, I've never been that comfortable to ride that close to the wall because usually I end up tearing it down.
I was trying to.
Yeah, no doubt. Some guys love it up that high. I just couldn't do it. I think David right now is testing the waters of what 2 tires will do. I think he's seeing, well, it actually is not bad here along with him. Obviously, they're going to be a tick faster than him up there, but later in the run, it might be what he needs to know to pay off. You look at this battle back here behind him. You've actually got Adam Eisenhower, the 48 there, Curtis Vollmer, excuse me, he's moving up.
Whoa.
Had to get out of it just a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
Everybody's going to go single file right here for that positions up front there. You got the 28 machine, Chris Vols, but the 48's down low. And not going to be able to make that pass.
'28 coming there. Chris Vols coming there behind Adam.
Yep, Adam right now hanging on to the 5th place spot there as they come out of turn number 4. Andrew Mraz still leading it. Chris right there sitting in 2nd. Andrew Schultz up to 3rd. David Weishart. Those 2 tires. Now at this point, here's the thing about those tires. They've kind of neutralized out. And so at some point, the advantage that they had with those newer tires up there, well, they're going to go away. It's kind of going to even itself out.
It will.
There's Vollmer on the outside, the 28 of Chris there. They're going to come out of turn 4. It's like he's going to be able to make that pass look good on the high side.
55 there, he's doing a good job on Andrew now.
And you're right, yeah, the UPS truck out there, throwback to the Dale Jarrett days when he ran with the Ford. Also had the quality care Ford out there. For Chris Vols sitting in number 7th place spot in 28. Number 28, Got the 86 of Adam Eisenhower there also.
Oh, Adam's underneath him, ain't he?
Adam's trying everything he can get. He's up top, but hey, they're still side by side.
He sure is. That top side is where it's at.
It is, and I mean, the top side's going to be where it's at for a while. I mean, Curtis is going to make that pass down low. We're getting in about 13 laps in, and we've seen what's happened in the past here with about 13 laps, old tires. Turn 4 has just been treacherous.
Yeah, Adam went way high. That's how Chris got under him.
Everybody's thinking fine now. Like I just said, here goes Chris to 28 out of turn 4. Did I just say with 13 laps in, turn 4 has bit these guys, and look at that. The 28 came out of turn 4, and the rear end just came right from under him. Wow.
Yeah, it did.
So
he lost a lot of positions, didn't he?
Yeah, got him back in 18th right there. But I tell you what, the man who's going to benefit from this is that man sitting in 4th, David Weishart. You know everybody's coming into pits, but now he gets to come in pits, get 4 tires. He really didn't lose a lot with that 2-tire stop.
You know, he didn't, did he, Joe?
Well, he knows now what that sets him up for later in the race, that if a caution later on comes out, or we'll just have to see.
They're getting ready to come down the pit lane.
Come down here, and everybody's going to get their 4 tires.
That guy is lucky right there, though.
Let's see if anybody else stays out. I mean, he obviously was up front. Definitely stayed out. But what a payoff! What a strategy to call by the crew chief right there to get that done by David Weishart's pit. To say, hey, look, let's stay out the last time. Let's try it. It's early in the race. If we lose a lot of positions, oh well, go to it.
That's for sure.
Now, that's right. Valentine's Day is coming out, and I'll tell you a little story here after we get done with the pit stops.
What David's going to do here?
He's going to take 4 tires now. I mean, definitely. He's pitting. You don't take the 2 tires. You got to take 4 now. Really not going to lose anything either. It looks like he's going to come out to maybe about 5th. Wow. Or 4th. Yep. He's actually going to end up 4th, but because Joshua Gillen's he's going to jump on pit road.
Josh is into that mode again, ain't he?
In line. He loves it. Strategy.
Right.
All right, folks, first time here. We're going to do this. We're under caution, but let's pull up, man, our high and wide. Hit the Blimpie cam. Everybody loves Blimpie. And, folks, Blimpie. Tim, you like Blimpie?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Got Valentine's coming up. Okay? Blimpie cam gives you a good perspective, a very wide shot, a very wide view of the track, the facility, and just how far apart the guys are, which we are under caution right now. But here's the thing. Always throw the Blimpie challenge out. Folks, we got Valentine's Day coming up. Now you're going to get your significant other, lover, dog, cat, gerbil, I don't know, whatever you've got, neighbor, best friend, some chocolates, I don't know, take them out to eat or something. Unless you want your Valentine's Day to be like that horror movie, Valentine's Day, or you want it to be the best one around, I would advise, 1, don't go up and say, you're going to look like Blimpie if you eat too many hamburgers or eat that whole box of chocolate. 2, you want it to end up good? Maybe just say, hey, check out OSR Network on Thursday. They got this cool Blimpie cam mode thing that he does, and it's always exciting to see. But there you go, folks. That's your challenge coming up. Let me know how it turns out for you. OSR Network's on OnlineSimRacingNetwork.com, your home for fun and exciting sim racing. There you go.
Blimpie style.
Blimpie style. Everybody loves Blimpie. I mean, I know it's kind of cliche-ish and childish, I guess, but as long as they still keep yelling for it out there and they keep enjoying it, and they're like, Joe, it's retarded, don't do it no more, then I'll keep doing it. Yeah, there you go.
Let's get back down here and get ready to race again.
You ain't lying. Andrew Mraz is the man in the 31 machine with Chris right here. Out beside of him, you got David Weishart. He tested the waters with 2 tires, and it paid off, Tim.
Yes, it did, Joe. He's right there in striking distance right now.
Yeah, no doubt. And just to add on to the story real quick, folks, I did get my wife some roses, so there you go. I'm nice. I didn't get you no roses, Tim, okay?
I'm sorry.
I know. Terrible. Got Tim a tractor on his farm game. How's that? So.
He's gonna put another hickey on there too.
Yeah, there we go. Ooh, that didn't sound right. But pace car's out of turn 4. Pace car's out of turn 4. Lights off. We're going back. Green flag racing in Homestead. Andrew Mraz going to step on the loud pedal, and he does. He gets it jumped out front, heading into turn 1. Chris right there in second. David Weishart sitting in third. Excuse me, fourth. And Andrew Schultz, he's up to third, but they're all side by side right now.
Andrew Schultz is pulling right in there behind there, Andrew Mraz there, Joe.
He is. David right there falling in of tire tracks of him. He's just racing right now in the 4th place. Everybody's single files. I say that. Never mind. He's on the inside. Right behind him, Everett Lane. We didn't mention that name really, but he's got the 24 humming. He's up the 7th. He's up underneath Adam Eisenhower.
Yeah, Everett is doing a good job there now.
Yeah, coming to life here later on here in the race. Got him maybe a little bit past, not quite past halfway. As they're duking it out up front here, Chris has got his hands full with David, the 48 of Curtis Valmers, coming to the front.
Oh, we got that 55, Chris Sedenfaden. He's going to be up there, too. He got something to say about that.
No doubt about it. Chris right there sitting in the 4th place spot, but he's got his hands full with David Weishart, who has made it around him right now. David, he said, well, I tested the 2-tire stop. It worked. I'll tell you what, I got 4 tires, fellas. Y'all in trouble.
Get out of my way.
He is coming
Blinking
to the
a little
front.
bit.
Well, he's got a lot of packages, man. He's got to deliver him things before the Valentine's there. He's got to get him to the front, and he is moving.
He is definitely moving.
No doubt about it. Look at the detail. Only you, John, will be out there checking out the detail of the animated crowd.
Audience.
Yeah, there you go. I'll tell you what, right now, David's going to try to do all he can. Steps back a little bit, sits there. Curtis Valmer is going to step up underneath the inside of that man of Chris for the 4th place spot. As that's a battle right there, the side by side.
Yeah, Garrett is there with him. He's looking.
Lurking around. The 44, yeah, he got caught up in the wall earlier on. You know, he bumped it just a little bit there. He's been able to work his way back up to 6th.
He's doing a good job there. Number 7th, Adam Eisenhower, Everett Lane.
Outstanding job. All these guys out here. Zachary White right there in 9th. Let's go back here to Ralph Vandervorst because we've got a little battle going on between those guys. Tommy Amassi's back there.
Cody McFadden right there, Ralph Vandervorst.
Yeah.
Bobby Tench just took it.
Yeah, got a lot of good racing there. You said it. 66 up underneath, going to take it. Wow.
Yeah, he got down under him there. Bobby did.
Here comes the 28 again, and Chris Valls. Remember, he spun. He's up underneath, man. Ralph Vandervorst right there to try to take that spot away. Or, excuse me, Michael Thwaites, my bad.
Yeah, Michael's going backwards.
Well, he's got some damage on that truck. He got caught up in that wreck earlier on, so he's got a lot of little damage. So maybe Michael needs to call up Ford PC Group there and tell him, man, hey, do you fix trucks too? He does an outstanding job on PCs, man. I got to give the man a shout out there. If you ever, the Ford Entertainment Group, Jeff Scott, if you've ever I've seen him on the forums on Facebook. Check him out on iRacing forums. He builds PCs just for iRacing, primarily. And from my understanding, he does an outstanding job. So if you don't feel like building your own and you're into sim racing, check those guys out, man. They'll definitely, hook you up. The only reason I don't use them is because I build my own. But I'm just saying, if a person that can't, he is an excellent choice, man, to call. Adam Eisenhower's up here in the battle.
Yeah, he is. I see Everett Lane, Adam Eisenhower, and Cody McFadden right there all together.
Yeah, it is. Cody McFadden's right there running in the tire tracks of Adam. Adam's got that little front end damage. He got bumped up a little earlier on. All in all, looks pretty clean. Now, this track, it is 1.5 mile. Aerodynamics do play a little bit of factor. It's going to slow him down a little bit. It's not like maybe a big track, but they are running speeds enough to where it will hurt him just a touch.
Yeah, it will.
Everybody's kind of getting spread out. And up front, you still got Andrew Mraz, but boy, he's got company behind him. You got Andrew Schultz right there. Mraz comes out of turn 4. David Weishart's right there lurking. Chris, he's in the mix there in the 4th place. Curtis Vollmer's up the 5th, so all them trucks right there kind of single file.
Oh, I think that number 8 going to take it away from Andrew Mraz. He does.
Man, Andrew and Andrew show.
He got up in front of him. He's going to put the crossover on him, Joe.
Here comes Mraz on the inside. Can he get the crossover done, or is that high line going to be king? Andrew's going to do it, but he drove it into the turn too hard. You saw the truck push up right there. Man, out of turn 4, that's dangerous right there because one of those guys could have got into each other, maybe could have lost it on the inside. But you saw Andrew, he drove that thing into the turn, Tim, and when he did, that truck instantly pushed up the track.
He drove that thing in hard. Now, he got to worry about David Weishart right there beside him, Joe.
He gave up the outside lane to him, and we've seen all night long that outside is king here. We'll see him again. He drives it into the turn, but it just will not stick. I mean, he can drive it in there all day long, Tim. He can motor it in there. Problem is that truck is just not going to stick down low.
No, it's not going to stick down there. It's going to pull up.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, I thought he was going to pitch David up to the wall.
Well, there you go. There's an interior shot for you right there. So we're actually riding along here with Chris. As Chris is actually following in the tire tracks behind Andrew Mraz. A good shot from the inside the truck. Kind of shows you how they're going to work too on that wheel.
Yeah.
Got to be very smooth with that thing. You don't want to do a lot of jerking movements. Andrew Mraz makes the pass. I think David right there kind of just said, okay, go ahead. You're going to have at it. Man, I'm going to back out of this one and let you go.
Yeah, he did.
They're going to go door to door, but coming out of that turn 4, I'm going to tell you, after a while, that turn 4 is just a treacherous place to be.
It'll eat them tires, slam up, buddy, I tell you that. Andrew did get around David Weishart, though.
Yeah, never mind about that, John. I already butchered his name.
Fading.
And that's right. Good run so far. I'm just the type person that if I don't know the last name, I stick with the first name. So I figure out what their last name is, and then usually it doesn't matter if I figure out what the last name is because I still have to stay with the first name because I don't know what the last name is because I can't figure it out. Did you get all that?
Yeah. But it looks like Satan fading.
In order for me just to not sound like what you're sounding like right there, I just will stick to Chris. It's a safer bet.
Oh.
Yeah. Andrew Schultz right now, he's the man out front with Andrew Mraz there in second. David Weishart in fourth. Curtis Vollmer Curtis Vollmer fourth. David Weishart third. Garrett Grant moved it up back to fifth. Oh, Chris, he's right there hanging in the sixth. Everett Lane holding on the seventh place spot. Could have been fading up to eight. Adam Eisenhower still in ninth. Zachary White, well, as of right now, he's holding on to the 10th, but as Bobby Tent says, nope, I'm going to take that from you.
And Bobby did too, Joe.
And as he did it, here comes Chris Balls. He's trying to take the spot. When he did, he went out there up the side of him. They got together a little bit.
Oh.
Absolutely. No, they had a little contact. They was able to maintain and still keep going straight.
Yeah, we got a lap down car right there they're going to have to deal with.
Yeah, our pole sitter tonight, Dwayne Dunn, he got caught up in the wreck earlier on, back in 16th spot, all tore up. He's trying to stay out there for points. That's what he needs. Well, Tim, I think another thing we could do here, and no, never mind, hang on a minute, because I'm going to tell you what, we got a battle up front. They're going to use that lap car out of turn 4. Andrew Schultz has got Andrew Mraz on his inside. Those two have been just duking it out.
Yeah, cause that 31 just ain't gonna give it up.
But after a while, his tires are going to give up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He still can't slide up.
He just can't. Yeah, he can't make that move. He's getting pinned down right there. Now he might be able to slide up. Nope, not going to be it done. Not cleared yet. Out of 4. That's where he's got to be very, very patient at, because boy, if he keeps holding on, wow.
He's gonna push up and cause a wreck.
Or lose it coming out of turn 4. We've seen that all night long.
Yeah, I believe he's done wore him tired down now.
Just a little bit.
Now he's gonna have David Weishart on him there in a second.
Absolutely. Well, folks, let's do it. Giving this OSR Network rundown order. What do you think, Tim?
Go ahead.
All right, I'll tell you what, Andrew Schultz battling to stay up front there in that number 8 machine. He's currently out front, started 4th. Looking good in the number 8. But Andrew Mraz, he's on a hard charge here tonight with the Mack truck there. And he's Mack attacking it out there tonight. Started 10th, sitting in 2nd. David Weishart, man, started 2nd. He's 3rd. He got UPS. He's trying to get all ground packages going and maybe put it in victory lane. He's just riding right now in 3rd. Curtis Vollmer, there's another one. He's moved from 12th to 4th and looking good in the True Blue machine. Garrett Grant started 6th up to 5th place right now. Got awesome in that 44. Got a little banged up earlier on. Could have been fading right there. He's in a dual battle for the 6th place spot, as he's got Everett Lane right there along with him. Everett came from 30th all the way up to 5th. Man, what a run so far. Chris has moved back with caution here, so we're going to have to come out of this right fast. Wow.
David Weishart.
And Andrew Mraz. Wow, Andrew Mraz was up front in the 2nd spot. Let's go back on the replay. I tell you, those two, and again, out of turn 4. Oh no, and David Weishart nowhere to go. You've got to be kidding me. 2 weeks in a row, that man has dominated up front and has caught trouble. Andrew Mraz out of turn 4 all night long, and the rear end just looped. He overcorrected, and guess what? When he did, David was right there, and they both, boom, inside wall, killed it. Andrew probably didn't get as bad as old David did, but man, I hate that.
Yes, they would have running real good up there at front, Joe.
Man, because that pretty much going to do it in for David. I know he's not going to be a happy camper. Don't know how much damage that would put on the nose. Put it quite a bit, because he hit the inside wall with the nose. Hard telling what it's going to do to that truck. Wow.
Yeah, he's moving on to the back.
We're under caution here. Man, I tell you, that's just right there. We've seen it all night long. Turn 4. It's just been a treacherous place.
Yes, it has there, Joe.
Wow.
We got Joshua Gillen staying out again.
He gonna make that work one day.
He'll get it one day.
Gonna be his winning move.
That's right.
I used to say that a lot, John. Voice on the mic tonight, Joe White. Kind of rhymed a little bit. Kind of got away from that though. Kind of sound, I don't know.
I seen another name on the outside there too.
There's Vollmer.
No, me.
Oh, yeah, we got Tim in the booth too.
Oh, we got Tim in the booth too. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Can't
hangs
forget
out.
about the old man.
Yeah, he hangs out.
Mm-hmm. Right now, Joshua Gillen back to 17th. He done it again.
Man, I tell you, it's he gonna make that pay off one time this season.
He have to.
He gonna get the right caution at the right time, and it's gonna pay off for him.
Yep. All it takes is a couple of laps, and then the caution come out, and it'll do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm gonna tell you what, ain't gonna be no Christmas card, birthday presents exchanged between Andrew Mraz and David Weishart, which, you know, Andrew he's just been a product of the track. He was a victim of the track right there all night long. We've seen it out of the turn. Maybe just overcorrected a little bit there. He probably could have just let it keep going on around. But when he went to overcorrect, David nowhere to go, and it's just a racing deal.
It is.
I mean, I hate it. I mean, I know it doesn't really comfort either one of the gentlemen out there or make David feel any better probably, but it really, we've seen it all night long. These guys been sliding all over the place.
Well, that track's still hot.
Well, let's see the temp right now. What you guessing the temp is?
98.
What'd you say, Tim?
98.
98? All right, let's see. Oh, wrong one. That's summer. '89. Hey, little that's actually cooler than what it was.
Yeah, it's vice versa. What?
Yeah, so it's actually cooled down a whole lot. Now, here's another thing that's kind of interesting. We don't really look at a lot. They get 10-mile-an-hour winds, too. You know, that'll affect the rear of these trucks, too.
Sure it will.
Pace car, lights off, coming out of turn 4, going to drop off on pit road. And Andrew Schultz now up front. Curtis Vollmer's going to try to get it as the green flag flies. Well, Curtis gets a good jump there with the leader.
Oh, he did. He's right there beside him.
Yeah. Andrew did not get the jump that he wanted that time around as they'll go almost door to door into turn 1, but now Andrew pulls away.
Yeah, Garrett Grant is right there and Cody McFadden right there together with them.
Well, you got a lot of 2x2 going on back up front here, along with Adam Eisenhower, Everett Lane and company right there. Oh, Ralph Van der Vorst almost up into the wall. Just pushed up a little bit.
Cody McFadden and Chris Sedenfaden.
We got a lot of battling going on up front.
Boy, it is. I think Chris Vollmer is going to get it.
Yeah, they say 1.47 miles. I think it's still calculated as a 1.5 mile. I think they round it up. I don't know how they do that here on iRacing. Sometimes they come up with some wild ones, but man, look at this battling going on. Andrew Schultz right now trying to hold off a hard charge Curtis Vollmer, but behind him you've got Cody McFadden, Garrett Grant, Chris right there. Well, they're all nose to tail.
Yes, they are.
Outstanding duo going on here. The 86 of Bobby Tench right there.
48 of Chris Vollmer ain't giving it up.
No, Chris not going to give it up. Look at Bobby Tench, though, coming out of nowhere up front here. He's trying to move up in the 6th place spot.
He's underneath Adam Eisenhower.
Absolutely. He's trying to get all he can get. Well, Curtis Palmer.
Maybe he's thinking about Valentine's Day there, Joe.
There you go. Trying to move it on up here. Curtis Palmer's looking to the inside. He might try it, but just cannot get that momentum to make the pass on the 8.
No, long that 8 stays where he's at, he ain't gonna pass him.
He's got the momentum right now. Looks like Curtis is a tick faster than him. He's going to come off forward. He's going to try to look to the inside again. See if he's able to make that pass. We got so much battling going on. We got battle for the lead. We got battle behind them. We got it all over the track.
Oh yeah, look how he pushed up there.
And you saw Curtis just get a little wobbly right there. He's got to be mindful of that. He's like, okay, wait a minute. Truck got a little bit slick.
Look where he was at, Joe. He went all the way up the track.
Yep. They're still duking it out back here with Garrett Grant and company.
That's right.
Well, let's do
yeah.
Do a little race summary right now. The leader out there, Andrew Schultz. Laps completed, 86. Total laps of 135. We got lead changes 6. 5 cautions here tonight so far. Been a very good duel here. This track has been a kind of a treacherous track here tonight.
Yeah, that heat's making it treacherous there, Joe.
Slick coming off turn 4 has bit a lot of drivers here tonight. Loose coming out. Absolutely, tire wear is not what you want. Good battle here for about 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Garrett Grant's got it right now, and Adam Leather's wanting it. Everett Lane down below Adam.
Yeah, that's a good battle right there. Adam, Everett, and Bobby Tinch.
Boy, it is.
You got right behind them Michael DeWait's back there. He's in the mix with Zachary White.
He's up high.
Yeah, that.
Now, Zachary White, you're not going to get it on bottom, Zach.
Now right now, what's that to see between those two trucks? I'll tell you what, just got to watch this battle up here with Everett Lane and them, and they are duking it out.
They are.
Prize fight going on up here. I mean, they're not giving up on each other. Got some good battles going on through the whole entire track here, or throughout the whole entire field. Andrew Schultz up front, Curtis Palmer there in second. Look at this here, though. Boy, I'll tell you what, Adam, you got Garrett, Adam, Everett, and Bobby all right there in a line, and he thought about, man, trying to do your 3 wide dance for a moment.
I was watching that, Joe. They come in 4 wide, but they didn't make it happen.
Yeah, that would definitely be treacherous.
Ooh.
Ill-advised to move.
That's right.
The middle and top is the place you want to be at this track. The low line will work early on, but you're going to have to get it early on, or you're going to have to take a chance on just driving it in there and hope that you can scoot up and get enough momentum there. I mean, you'll see somebody do that probably by the end of the race, but mostly, yeah, middle, high lane is the place you want to be. And you see Everett Lane right there. He's going to look to the inside, but doesn't want to catch that rear quarter panel there of the 86. He'd like the 86 maybe to slip a little bit coming out of 4.
Boy, I'm telling you,
Caution.
he slid right up there, didn't he? Oh, caution on the track.
Tommy Massey.
Oh,
05.
boy. Tommy ain't had no good luck lately, has he?
No, the 05, but let's see what happened to him. He actually looks like he might have had to check up. And when he did, out of turn 4, again, looped it.
Wow.
That turn 4 just, we're just gonna name turn 4 here at Homestead the truck killer.
Okay.
It has definitely killed a lot of drivers coming out of that thing right now.
Boy, I'm telling you.
Everybody's going to come on pit road. 4 tires and fuel, except for Joshua Gillen. He's going to stay out for a lap.
No surprise.
Yeah. You know his secret. We got a few cars, trucks out of this one tonight. Jerry Glenn, Randy Perdue, Randy Bledsoe, GT Hawkins, Jeff T. Martin, Tyler Hallman, and Jeremy Rigney all out of the race officially. You know, Scott Brooks is 44 laps down. Dalton Cowden 21, Timothy Hammer 8, Casey Duncan back there in 22nd. He's 5 laps down. John Gonzalez 2, David Weishart. He's going to get the lucky dog and wave around and back on the lead lap.
Boy, it's going to split them up.
Told you Joshua Gillen staying out.
Oh, yeah. Him and Nolan Needleman did.
Oh, yeah? You're just a world of knowledge out there, ain't you, John? I hear you. Man. Statistician. Tell you what was that guy? What was the guy like you when I was in school? Because I needed you to do my homework.
They would, let's see.
Well, what do you know about homework? You was back there in the Stone Age, man. Everything y'all did was on, what, those rock pallets?
Slate.
Yeah. Y'all were studying trees.
I ain't gonna even say that.
Oh, man. Well, he's a world of information out there. I gotta give him that. But I tell you what, I always say Google's your friend. I'm gonna tell you, I wish I had Google when I was growing up in school, because it would have made life a lot easier. I have a 12-year-old. I have a 22-year-old also. He's already through college and all, but I have a 12-year-old in school. He brings up homework every once in a while. And I told the teachers one time, I said, let me tell you something. When I grew up in school, they told us, they said, yeah, well, when you get older, you're not going to have a calculator on you. Hey, guess what? Everybody's got a calculator on them. You got a calculator, calendar, clock, phone, and a messenger. All of the same thing on you, pretty much. Well, anyways, real quick, back to what I'm saying is, he comes up with his homework. And there's no way in the world. I'm sorry. I'm just stupid, okay? I'm just go ahead and admit it. I'm retarded. When it comes to his homework, man, he's on the next level. But you know what I tell him? Google's your friend. And use the tools that you got. Because here's the thing. When I was growing up, I know definitely when Tim was growing up. When I was growing up, computers really, there was no internet, folks. Now, computers are mainstream. You have got every answer that you ever need right here in the palm of your hands. It's amazing. And it's not going anywhere. So to tell the kids nowadays that they can't use that or whatever, it's crazy. Use it, learn from it, go with it. You can find out everything. Heck, I use it to this day because I'm just old. I know a lot of guys on this track probably use it. A lot of young guys out here that race on the iRacing forum. And, it's just a world of things, and I told the teachers, I said, look, as long as it's there, I'm going to let him use it. You can call it cheating or whatever, but I'm going to tell you what, it ain't going anywhere. It never will. It's going to be here when I'm long gone, and it's going to be here when he gets older. Might as well, man, utilize the best of it.
Yeah, we didn't have computers when I was growing up.
No, y'all, you're on a whole different level. We had computers, but got to realize we had the Apple IIe back then, but we'll get into that subject later on some other time as we're getting set to go back green flag racing here and talking about computers. We're in probably the best, I'm telling you what, online simulation there is here with iRacing here tonight as pace cars in, green flag flies, and I've always said it, this is about the realest thing you'll get without spending millions of dollars. So technology and advancements have led us to this right here, folks, that from our wildest dreams of years ago to be able to bring this, and I am happy to be able to bring it to you here from OSR Network. And I know the ExtremeMotorsports99.com along with the Doug Designs Truck Series, and these drivers are happy to bring the excitement on the track here as Andrew Schultz is out front in this one.
Curtis Farmer's right there close on him, though.
Absolutely. Cody McFadden's right there, and you've got go a little bit further back there, Adam Eisenhower, Jeffrey Gilliam. I haven't really mentioned that name a lot, but he's up to 7th.
We got the 48 up under Andrew.
Want to try it one more time. He tried it earlier on. Now he's got new tires, so that low line should be able to stick. Now's his time to, man, growl and see if he can't get it done. But you see the 8 power back on the outside. I think he understands and knows that outside lane is king right now.
Oh, it is, Joe.
And it still is, even on new tires. And I say on new tires, you can go to the inside and make the move work. You can. But even with new tires, you still, on the outside lane, I'm going to still say I've got a bit of an advantage because that truck has a tendency to want to still push up going into inside. You can't just drive that thing in there, 300 mile an hour.
No. He's diving in, but he ain't getting it done.
And see, the thing about it is, right now, Andrew's got a perfect line. I'm going to say perfect line. I don't know if it is or not, but it looks a pretty good line. One that actually Curtis would want. So he's having to kind of shift going down to the inside a little further inside than he'd want. Problem is, you can, like you said, you can drive it in, but the middle off just cannot get the bite on it. And you see that right there.
He's going to have to go right back behind him.
Absolutely. Andrew's still leading this one. Chris in a battle with the old Garrett Grant back there for 4th and 5th.
Yes, he is. Adam Eisenhower's right there with him, and Jeffrey Gillen.
Yep, Jeffrey Gilliam. There to 7th. Bobby Tinch to 8th. Ralph Vandervoort's moving up to 9th. Michael Thwaites, he's been hanging around. He's been creeping around that top 10 all night long.
Yeah. Trying to get some points, I reckon, because his truck beat up.
Yeah, I mean, points is valuable here. I mean, well, it's valuable throughout the whole entire season.
Yes, it is. Michael got some damage on all the back and the side.
Yeah. Front, side, back. I don't know where that thing's not hit. The roof.
Pancake.
Yeah, the roof's the only clean part.
That's right.
He's going to work over Ralph Vandervoorst for the 9th. Thought better of it. Falls back in line. As the 2 leaders up front, Andrew Schultz still leads it here. Curtis is trying to figure out a way. Now you're going to see probably as the closer laps wind down. We're at 102, and right there's probably what Curtis wanted. He wants Andrew to make a mistake. Overdrive that turn coming off 4. Maybe lose it a little bit. Overdrive going in. Give him something. His caution's out.
Oh, wow. Just didn't get it up there.
Zachary White comes out of turn 4. Let me guess. Oh, no, he actually came out of turn 4 and came down to the front of the nose of somebody there. Actually, I wanted to say that's Jason Eisenhower.
Trying to cut his nose off.
Doing something.
Apple.
Oh. Yep. Ow.
Only apple I had was the one that come off of the trees.
Okay, here we go. Wow. There we are. Good battle between those two.
They're duking it out, that's for sure. I got the hiccup.
Good battle.
Yep. I'll be right back.
Actually, iRacing is probably, they said by the end of the season, they'll have the new Cup car Mustang out. The new Cup design out. So, be prepared for that. I think it was last year when they brought the Camaro out, it was around September or so. The August, September build. Look at about the same time probably this year is when they'll bring that build out. I think that's when they were talking about it. So, be interesting to see. I'll definitely like looking at it, see what they've got. Obviously, they'll be working on the new draft, package and all that. I guess they talk about draft package. Ooh, Everett Lane. 2 tires stop. Want to try it. Get out here's. We got now, folks, we're going to look at 30 laps to go in this one. Been a good one so far. Joshua Killen. Yeah, he's still out front. Zachary White there in second. Now, Joshua thinks he's fast enough. Probably could stay out. Looks like he's going to try to stay out. I don't blame him. I'd try it. Stay out. Why not? See what happens. I mean, you saw earlier David Weishart only lost a few positions and was able to stay out there with this. So it might actually work out for old Joshua. And I know Sandra, if she's out there watching, he definitely would be loving every minute of it. There's old man right there, Joshua Gillen. TMP Knives. Oh, I race it anyway if they don't win. Even if they don't win, doesn't matter.
Have fun.
I still feel the Cup car should have stayed SS, Fusion, Camry, but that's just my personal opinion. Well, guess what, Tim? Joshua Gillen is going to try it. He's been out there for about 8 to 10 laps on his tires. And you know, I can't say that this is a bad move because we saw David Weishart do it earlier, and he really didn't lose a lot. And obviously, you know, cautions breed cautions. We're getting to the end of this race here where these guys, they're going to pick up the pace a little bit, you know. So he might lose maybe a couple positions here, but this might put him in line. Maybe pull off some miracle.
It'd be a miracle, but I tell you what, David Weishart stayed out a while ago, and he was in 4th place. He didn't lose nothing.
He didn't lose too much on it. No, he didn't. So not a bad move here. And now's the time to do it. I mean, we're going to have less than 30 to go here tonight at Homestead for the Doug Designs Extreme Motorsports 99.com Truck Series here at the Homestead Miami. We're going to see. I just got a feeling that now's the time to do that move. If you're going to do it, stay out. Even if you feel like, okay, look, I'm not as fast as these guys up here on 4 tires, you know, let alone 2. Still, it might pay off because I just think we're not done. And I say this not in a rude way, but I don't think we're done with the cautions. Could be, but then again, we'll just have to see.
Hopefully we are.
Well,
we need a long flag, green flag run.
Yeah. Remember Pontiac. I remember Dodges, and I remember everything, John. I ain't that young. All right, let's get set and go. Green flag racing here. It's, Joshua Gillen. Up front, Andrew Schultz. Here we go. Let's see if Joshua will pay off for him here. His pace car's in. Going to get the lead the field to the green. And he waits, and he gets a pretty good start. Didn't want to spin the tires. That's the worst thing he wants to do. Let's see if he gets a good jump here by the time he heads off into turn number 1. He does get in the front. He's going to go immediately to that middle lane. He's going to try to maybe pinch down old Andrew there. Might be a smart move.
The only way he's going to hold him out, Joe.
Well, you know, Andrew has been fast all night long, and I think Joshua understands that too, that Andrew is definitely fast. I mean, he's got 4 tires too, and you see Joshua drove it too hard into the wall, drove it up the track, and then, now that's not what he wants to do. He don't want to get back in front of the whole field and wreck everybody.
No, he don't.
Yeah. He went back down there and got right in front of everybody. As you're going to see these guys, I mean, he is just way off the pace. He's going to lose a lot of time.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah, he's all up in the wall right now. Wow. Yeah. Well,
probably
hey,
over.
It was a good gamble.
Yeah.
If another caution comes out, well, I'll tell you what, look at this battle here. Well, he might get one here as the 64 Cody McFadden comes up through the track and then just gets demolished. I saw this wreck happening right here, Tim, the 64 up there, and you said 3 wide. Guess what? They went 3 wide, and see what happened? Boom. 64 paid the price. Don't work.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, it just don't work. It don't work. I mean,
no.
Now, Joshua Gillen, he lost a lot of spots there, but he can go in, maybe get him some tires now. If I see him, I'd go in there and maybe put 2 tires on that thing and get back out there and try it again.
I would.
Yeah, why not? Only got 16 laps on the one side. We'll put some right side tires on that thing.
For real, I'd put all 4 on.
Well, if he does that, he's not really going to gain anything.
Well, let's see. No.
He wouldn't gain anything. Yeah, depending on if anybody. Looks like nobody's going to come down on pit road on this. Well, I say that. A few nope. Yeah, you got a few that came on there, but you got a lot of them that stayed out.
Look at Andrew Mraz back up in 5th. Look at that.
Back up to 6th. 5th, 6th right there. He's want to see if he can't, capitalize. A little mix up earlier on. Actually, he's going off in the pit lane, I believe, ain't he? Yep.
Yeah. He got hit later on. Him and another truck got together, and he's come back to there now. He's doing all right.
He's on pit road now. He's going to fall back to the back.
Yeah.
That's going to put Andrew Schultz out front there. Curtis Vollmer sitting in 2nd. Chris right there in 3rd. Now, if Chris finishes in 3rd, guess what? Get to ask him what his last name is.
That's right.
Yeah, let you deal with that.
I'm going to say Sadin Faden.
They said it one time before, and I'm going to be honest with you, I forgot. And even when he said it, I was like, I mean, folks, I have to admit, I am no scholar. I am no grammar-oriented like this new age is, who is all about, we got to have the right pronunciation for everything. I drive my wife up the wall with that. She's a northerner, by the way. And
No.
I just do it on purpose now. Ain't going to, oh boy, you want to talk about somebody that goes off. You are not going to. That is how you said it. I'm like, yeah, I ain't going to.
You guys.
And boy, she's just, I mean, she's got all that proper tone, voice, and all that. I mean, actually, the other night, I think she heard me doing one of my interviews. You know, I always go, hey, you got anybody out there you want to thank? And she corrected that, too. And she said something about, like, I don't forget what it was. I'd have to ask her again. But it was, she corrected the way I said it there. And you know, I went on the mic and I went, I like the way I say it. Because it just sounds like down to earth. Wow.
In a race car.
Women, man, we do it.
Yeah, they trying to play a game of chicken there, John.
How many of y'all out there, man, are married? Girlfriends, wives, significant others, whatever. You got a dog, I don't know, cat, maybe. Tim, he's got a chicken.
Got no darn chicken.
Did you have a chicken?
Did not.
Really?
I don't have nothing.
Did you have a chicken?
I barely have myself.
How'd you have chicken?
No.
Did you eat it?
No.
Oh.
I ain't have
Chicken.
one.
That's because you ate it. You just don't remember.
No, the last chicken I had when I was young, it got killed.
Because you ate it.
No, it was a little bitty. It wasn't even a week old.
Shame on you, man. Tell you what, you killed the chicken.
No. Well, I did kill it, but I didn't mean to.
Oh, my Lord, I tell you what. Going back green flag racing, conversation done went from worst to bad to worst, and back to it again. Where Andrew Schultz is out front, Curtis Vollmer's there in 2nd, Chris sitting in 3rd, Everett Lane's up the 4th. Jeffrey Gilliam been up there all night long. He's up to 5th so far. Bobby Tench there in 6th. Garrett Grant 7th. Adam Eisenhower 8th. Nolan Needham, that popped up in the top 10. He's up 9th. And Ralph Vandervoort's 10th place. I'm getting set here. Pace cars coming out of turn 4. Here we go. Lights off. We're going back green flag, and we're going to have, well, about 20 to go in this one here. As pace cars in, the green flag flies. Andrew gets another good jump out front.
Yes, he did, Joe, but he got that Chris fading down there on the bottom.
Yes, he does. Chris right there, man, on the bottom with a 55 machine. He's in 3rd. 48 to Curtis Vollmer. 28, everybody goes single file right now.
Heck, Curtis just cut the nose off of Chris.
Probably had to on that one to get in line. Didn't want him to get a good run on the inside.
For real.
Bobby Tench right now.
Bobby's up to 7th now.
Yeah, Bobby's doing good. Oh, a little beating and banging going on back here with Chris Vols. Adam Eisenhower coming out of turn 4 there.
Well, we got Chris going to try it on them new tires.
Might as well. Inside there, Nolan Needham, he's up to 8th. Like I said, Bobby Tench in the mix there. Good little battle going on back here, 7th, 8th, and 9th place spot.
I heard that. That inside just ain't going to hold with new tires.
Not unless you do an aggressive style move or you just that fast to know how to get around this track here. It's just that inside lane is not the work. Pretty much middle high lane here at this track. Ralph Vandervoort there in 11th. As you see, he's holding off Tommy Amassey, who spun earlier in the race there, and Andrew Moraz, who was in the pits, spun earlier. He's up to 13th right now.
Ralph Vandervoort ain't got a fender over here, has he?
Oh.
That is a black one.
Yeah, he's got him on there.
I
Good little
just seen
battle
it
here.
shine.
There. Oh, Andrew Moraz. He gone. Out of turn 4. See what happens, because it's all of a sudden then blinked out. I think he actually just got disqualified with that move right there. Actually, he come out of turn 4 and moved up into Massey, and then he blinks out, and then he just blinks out, and you know what that usually means. He gone.
Bye bye.
Yep, that means he hit the limit on the hearing. DQ time. Andrew Schultz out front. Curtis Vollmer there in 2nd. Chris hanging to 3rd. Everett Lane to 4th. Garrett Grant sitting in 5th.
Well, where's that going to bring us up now?
We're going to click off to lap 120 here soon, and we'll have 15 to go here tonight.
You got some guys back here, 61 and 66 is duking it out.
And Bobby Tench right there along with Garrett Grant. Adam Eisenhower's back there looking, but like you said, the 61 of Jeff Gilliam right there.
Curtis Balmer's still trying to get ahead of Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, he's not anywhere close. I'm watching this battle back here, Bobby Tench and them. The best battle going on at the track right now. The Bobby there, because everybody kind of run a single file up front. Getting down to the closing laps, 15 to go here at Homestead.
Bobby Tench is up under Jeffrey.
Jeffrey's going to dive. Now, there's how you make the pass on the inside. Is you just drive it in there and pray that thing sticks. Don't drive up in there. And same thing with Bobby Tench. You saw it.
Sure did.
Yeah, Bobby just couldn't get the run because he couldn't step up. Oh, and you just saw that truck get a little wiggly on him right there down low. They're going to pinch each other coming off to turn 4.
Wow.
Good duel between the 66 here at Everett Lane. That's actually for 5th and 6th place spot.
Yeah, Garrett Grant is right there too there, Joe.
He just went to the wall.
Oh, he did. I see him going to the back.
Hate to see that on his end. He's actually back there and scrapes the wall, but you still got this battle right here brewing. The 61. Jeffrey, Bobby Tench, Everett Lane. They're all right there racing.
Boy, I tell you what, Bobby Tench is putting it on Everett Lane there just about it.
We're getting close here to go time. Run what you brung. Business is picking up. There's always two things I like to point out. Last lap puts an end to it. 5 to go. Caution flies here on iRacing. That puts an end to it. Bobby Tench right now sitting in 5th. Everett Lane there up underneath him. Battling pretty good as we're getting close to the 10-lap mark here. And you can kind of feel the tension building up back here.
Oh, it is back here in the back here, buddy.
I love it. Everett trying to work that inside lane. Can't get it. Gonna have to drop back in behind.
He dropped way back.
Yeah, Nolan Neelam right there too. He's gonna see if one of those guys makes a mistake. He might be able to capitalize, get a few more spots out of it tonight.
Nolan would like that.
Yes, he is sitting right there in the 8th place spot. Just kind of riding and biding his time.
Boy, look at him back there. Woo!
We go behind him right here. You got Curtis Vollmer, and boy, I tell you, Michael Thwaites out of turn 4. Into the wall.
There goes Michael.
Wow. Let's go back on the replay, watch it again. No caution came out because he just basically went in turn 4. He was down low, and again, all night long, we have seen turn 4 just snap out there and bite him. It has been a truck killer like we talked, and he just slams the side of it right there. Wow.
Buddy, that turn 4 get you.
We're back live here. Let's go back up front for the moment and see what's happening with Andrew Schultz. He's pulling away a little bit over Curtis Vollmer. Chris is there in 3rd. So we'll go back to this battle here for about 4th and 5th because you got old Bobby Tench drives it to the inside. Is he going to be able to slide up? Yes, he is. He takes 4th place away from Jeffrey Gilliam.
That was luck. Just laid on them minutes allowed.
Skill.
Yeah.
Man got skills. That's probably what he'd say either way. Oh, yeah, and that's pretty much what you got to do, Tim. You got to pretty much just kind of go in there and say, if I'm going to make the pass this late, we are getting to the go time mark here. We are pretty much are on the go time mark. You have to make moves like that and hope that it does stick. Now, yes, we're 22 laps on the tires. These things are going to start giving up. Turn 4, though, that's the one you got to be careful on.
Turn 4 ain't giving up. Turn 4 is going to be there, buddy.
Absolutely. Well, Dalton, tell out to all these other guys been spinning coming out of turn 4. I mean, best way to deal with turn 4 coming out, any turn for that matter, is if one is actually biting guys that bad, you really want to ease into the throttle, wait, and let, like you said, let the truck kind of glide and roll out of the turn, and wait before you get back into the throttle, because obviously you're blowing the tires off of it, getting back on the gas. And probably what's happening too, Tim, here, without talking with anyone, I could kind of see a little bit. It reminds me of the push loose scenario. And with the temperatures we've been dealing with, we haven't really talked about it a lot here. But these guys go in. You can see these trucks, they dive them on the inside very hard. The truck goes up, and they're 3 wide right there. They're going to try to make that work. I don't know. They're going into turn 3 here. Let's see. That's a dangerous move. As he clears him, he does clear it. Wow. All right. Well, what I'm saying is you see him drive that thing in there, and just like that, you see the 24 of Everett Lane. He drove it into the turn. That truck wants to instantly push up the track. Very, very tight going in. Well, what that does is that slows you down. And it slows you down to the point of you think you're going too slow, and then you get really anxious and you step back on the gas a little bit too hard because you got slowed down so much. Well, there in return, you went instantly from tight to loose. You need to know the right balance of knowing when that truck is at the right speed and momentum going through the whole entire turn.
Tied in, loose off, Joe.
There you go. And that's pretty much what we're seeing. That's why these guys are driving them into the turn, but not being able to make those passes like they should. They're driving them in, but then when they drive them in, they're driving them too hard, and the truck gets instantly tight. Well, they have to get out of it. Then they think, well, man, I'm going too slow. Guess what happens? You instantly step back on the gas a little bit too hard, And on old tires, you know, that's just not a good combination.
No, we got 27 laps on them right now, Joe.
And you just saw Everett Lane right there, almost again out of the turn. Boom. Man, it's a good battle going on back here with about 3 or 4 to go.
I'm telling you.
Good run right now. Adam Eisenhower, he's trying to protect that 5th place spot. Everett wants it, though.
He's there, ain't he?
He's been there for a couple times. Let's see if he drives it in a turn. See, now he didn't drive it in that deep that time. Let's see if he can hold the momentum. The problem is, and you see that truck push up. Well, it just pushes up because it's so tight going through the turn, and there's nothing he can do about it. At this point, unless he takes a chance, Tim, of taking that 24 truck and then just ramming it down through that turn and hoping it sticks, and then that's a whole different ball game. And then you got to worry about if Adam's going to do the crossover because you lose all your momentum. It's just a lot you can do. He did the right thing right there. But the problem is the momentum just couldn't carry him up top.
He's back down there again. It just ain't go hold.
He fell back in line there now.
Wow.
Adam right now is back in line. You got Everett in line with the 61. As Andrew Schultz is leading this one by 7/10 over Curtis Vollmer. So those guys have stepped out up here. I'm watching this battle here with Everett Lane because it's actually pretty good. With 2 to go, folks, here at Homestead, Miami, for the ExtremeMotorsports99.com Doug Designs Truck Series. And now you've actually got Jeffrey Gillian. He tried it, couldn't get it done.
Oh, looks like Andrew Salsa is just moving out.
Andrew is definitely moving out. He is up front, got a very, very good lead over Curtis Vollmer. He heads into turn 3 for the final time here tonight. He just got to let that truck kind of coast on through turn 4. Curtis Vollmer's going to hang on to second, but he does have Chris trying to close in. Not going to be there in time, as that man in the 8's going to win it right here. What a good one to the finish of this one. Wow.
Curtis pulled it out.
Good,
Andrew, rather.
Held on to it, didn't he?
He sure did. We got Andrew, Curtis, and Chris.
Nice run for those guys.
I'll let you ask him what his last name is.
Well, you're going to get to talk to him. Let's see, got to look for Andrew. Look for these guys here in this long team channels down here.
Boy, I seen them earlier.
I know they're in here. There's Andrew. Bring him up. I do want to appreciate everybody staying and tuning in with what is an exceptional race here tonight and watching this one here to the conclusion, because it was a very good one. I thought it was, Tim. I mean, that turn 4, though, boy, it jumped out there and bit a lot of guys.
That turn 4, Joe, has took a lot of good race car drivers to the back.
Oh, yeah. All night long.
If they hadn't, if they'd have backed off on that turn 4 roll out, they'd have probably been up front.
Yeah. I guess it's easy for us to say too up here in the booth. I mean, we're not on the track, but you know, it's just what we see, what we try to envision right there.
That's right.
And I'm trying to look for I got Andrew Schultz. Actually, I'm looking for Curtis Vollmer.
We burning them down.
There's Curtis. All right. We're in 3rd place man here, Chris. Let's get a word in with him.
Good race, y'all.
Chris, just tell Matt Bray in the booth you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Buddy, I tell you what, that was close, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was loose towards the end there, and I just had to hold on to it.
I heard that. But I tell you what, y'all been up front there pretty tight tonight, all 3 of y'all.
Yeah, I was up there with my teammates, David, until he got involved in that wreck. But yeah, I just tried to keep it up there, top 5 all race, and ended up 3rd.
I heard that, old buddy. We've been having another issue tonight. Your last name?
Yeah, it's tough to pronounce. It's Seidenfeiden.
Seidenfeiden. Won't
Yep,
never
got it.
forget it again.
Chris, he can speak for that. I will probably forget it again, and I apologize.
But
I will try.
Stay out of it.
I know, but I'll try.
I'll tell you, Chris, how did that truck handle there with about 10 or 15 laps on tires?
It got loose pretty quick. As long as you kind of tap the gas a little bit going out of the turn, it was actually pretty stable.
The turn 4 was treacherous tonight.
Yeah, turn 4 was bad. 1 and 2 on the high line, it was pretty easy getting through there. It was just at a 4.
All right, buddy. I appreciate you being out here and doing what you did there. Congratulations on 3. You got anybody you don't think?
Yeah, my teammates, David and Garrett, and then y'all for broadcasting it and Extreme for putting it on.
Well, we appreciate it there, Chris. You have a good one. Maybe we'll see you next week.
Hope so. Thank you.
Okie dokie. That's Chris Seidenfeiden.
There we go.
Seidenfeiden.
There we go. I think we finally got his last name correct there. But he did get a good run here tonight. Held on to that 3rd place there. Came out of it here. Bring up the 2nd place man here, Curtis Walmer.
Curtis Palmer's Tim McBride in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you folks doing?
Oh, man, Chris. We doing all right. We was watching a good race tonight there. You just didn't have enough to get up there to capitalize on it, did you?
Yeah, it's just right chomping at the bit, wanting to get that Samson Motorsports 48 True Blue Racing parts up there in Victory Lane tonight. But I guess we'll be the bridesmaid tonight.
Well, that's better than 10th or 12th or so back there, but, I tell you what, y'all done a good race out there tonight, and it was fun watching it, and I had a ball, and I know Joe did. Look, you got anybody you want to thank there, buddy?
Yeah, we appreciate everything you guys do up in the booth, and we got a special shout out. We got an angel riding on our truck, this season, so special shout out to RC. We had a crew member's brother pass away, so special shout out to him. Special shout out to Russ Anderson out there. Northern Capital sponsorship coming on board this season. And my teammates Tyler and Bobby, Bobby had a good finish. I think he ended up 4th, and Tyler kind of got caught up in a wreck. But all in all, pretty good night for the Samson Motorsports team. 2 top 5s, that'll work. We'll move on with that, going to Chicago next week. So, I don't know. I about lost it there towards the end. I got kind of sideways, and I think I got shuffled back to 28th or something, and we just kind of dug down and battled back. And I knew we had a fast truck tonight, so crew chief set it up just right. Old Zach Ordish doing a good job on a pit box as always. And Mikey in the pits getting us on and off pit road. Does a real good job. So all in all, just a great effort by the whole team tonight. And so just a special shout out to Extreme for giving us a place to race. And you guys doing what you do up in the booth, and all the admins that spend their time, doing what they do. So yeah, it's been nice talking to you guys. I think that's 3 times now, 3 podiums this season so far. So that's pretty good.
Sure is. I'm telling you, I guarantee you enjoying that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, buddy. We'll see you next week. You have a good one.
You bet. And Andrew ran a heck of a race up there. Congratulations to him for that win.
Oh, yeah, he did do a good job.
All right, that was old Curtis Walmer right there. Came out in the 2nd place spot. Get up here to the man in Victory Lane here tonight at Andrew, putting it in the Victory Lane. Andrew, Joe in the booth, got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, once you got out front, you held on to it. You led 66 laps here. How was that car? How was that track? There's a lot of guys. Turn 4 was biting.
At the beginning of the race, it was certainly slick coming off of there. By the end of the race, I wasn't really having much of an issue. I mean, I did have a lot of clean air to work with. but the track seemed to tighten up as the race went on, which I really enjoy running a loose setup truck, or a loose feeling track too. But it certainly helped at the end, where there was it wasn't as nerve-wracking trying to keep the car under control with the 48 so close to me and battling me so close to the end there.
I gotta ask though, it looked like typical from where my perspective was. Obviously, you're behind the wheel there. From what I look at, it looks like a typical. These trucks is awful tight. You could drive in really deep into the turn, but they're very tight going in. But then, you know, and I know that once those things get tight, you have a tendency to want to step on the gas, and that's usually that tight, loose feeling. Tight going in, loose coming out. Maybe see some of that or feel some of that.
Yeah, that was exactly it in 3 and 4. And at the same time, if you got in the gas too early and just pushed the truck, if you got in the gas too early in 3, you would just push up the track and have nothing to do with that. But at the same time, if you rolled into it too late or let it roll so far into the corner and then got on it too heavy, it would just snap. But yeah, that was that was the battle. Was turn 3 and 4. 1 and 2 felt really good, and that high side was coming in phenomenally tonight.
Hey, no doubt about it. I tell you what, and that's just the thing I look at and remember some of these tracks and just going off what a lot of the data that Joe guy gives me. But hey, you put in victory lane here at Homestead. You held off here for the Doug Designs Extreme Motorsports 99.com Truck Series. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, thank you guys for putting this on for us. These are a blast or this group of guys is a blast to run with. David Weishart seemed like he definitely had the truck of the field tonight, and unfortunately got caught up in an incident. Hate it for that. Thanks to all the the owners over at Extreme Motorsports for putting this league on for us and giving us a place to race. I'll shout out my Bandit Motorsports teammates, Wally and Chris, and soon to be hopefully Everett. Seems like he wants to come on with us, and yeah, I think that's it.
There you go. Again, congratulations there, Andrew.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, I tell you what there, let's get our unofficial results order as Andrew Schultz puts it in victory lane. Curtis Vollmer ended up in second. Chris, died in fade. That's close enough. Came in third. Fourth place, Bobby Tinch. We got Adam Eisenhower up the fifth. Everett Lane there in sixth. Jeffrey Gilliam up the seventh. Ralph Van Divorce eighth. Dwayne Dunn the ninth. And Nolan Neelam in 10th. I was looking through the rest of this field. Tim, man, what a race here. And that turn 4, though, wow.
Joe, that turn 4 was treacherous. I tell you, you just gotta back out of it a little bit.
Yeah, and it's exactly what we were talking about. Tight end, loose coming off there, and what I was explaining earlier on, and actually you heard what Andrew said. Yeah, 3 and 4 was just a trick-style turn here. Well, folks, it was a good one here for the Doug Designs Extreme Motorsports 99.com Truck Series, and for myself here and Tim, everyone, have a good night.
Good night, everybody. We'll catch you next time.